Growing up on the east side of Manchester, 13-year-old Jamie Carter believed life had already been written out for him. His dad, Steve, was a mechanic, a good one, who worked from dawn to dusk at a local garage, and his mum cleaned offices in the evenings to make ends meet. Jamie wasn't poor in the strictest sense. They had enough, but he was well aware that there were places he didn't belong. Like the fancy grammar school up the hill. Or the posh neighborhoods with kids who wore clean, branded trainers every term. Jamie didn't hate school. He just didn't see the point of it. What's it ever done for my dad? He used to think. He fixes cars better than anyone I know, and he never passed his GCSEs. So, when school started feeling like a drag, when algebra didn't make sense and when English essays got too long, Jamie started skipping. It began with one class here, another there. Then full days. No one noticed at first. His teachers were used to kids like him, full of fire, quick to argue, always halfway out the door. "Jamie, you've got potential, mate," said Mr. Lawson, his history teacher, one afternoon. "Don't throw it away." Jamie just shrugged. "I'm not cut out for this. School's not for everyone, sir." But something shifted the day he skipped school to hang out at the skate park with two older boys, Reese and Tay. They had a rough charm, wore leather jackets and smoked like they owned the world. Jamie liked the way they made him feel, included. Older. Important. They talked about money, fast cars, and ways to make cash without a boss. It sounded good. Easy, even. By the end of the week, Jamie was running errands for them. Nothing illegal at first, just drop-offs, collecting cash, being the runner. No questions asked. He stopped attending school altogether by year 10. His mum cried. His dad shouted. But Jamie stood firm. "I'll earn more than any teacher," he declared. For a while, he did. Reese introduced him to real work, couriering dodgy packages, moving mobile phones, helping shift knockoff gear at markets. Jamie had a wad of notes in his pocket, new trainers, and people called him Little Boss. But nothing good lasts. When he turned 16, a raid changed everything. Tay got arrested, Reese disappeared, and Jamie, now stuck with goods he didn't understand, was questioned by the police. They didn't charge him, but he was shaken. The reality he had glamorized now looked like a trap. For the first time, Jamie saw how small his world had become. That night, back in his room, he found an old copybook from year 9 tucked in the corner of his wardrobe. Flipping through it, he saw a comment Mr. Lawson had written in red pen. "Jamie, when you care, your writing shines." He read that sentence over and over. The next morning, without telling anyone, Jamie walked back into his school. The head teacher stared at him in disbelief. "I want to come back," he said. "I messed up, but I want to try." It wasn't easy. He was 2 years behind, most of his friends were gone, and his reputation followed him like a shadow. But a few teachers remembered the Jamie who used to write clever answers, who once stayed behind after class to ask about World War I, who just needed someone to believe in him. One teacher stood out, Miss Patel, his English tutor. She sat him down one day and asked, "Jamie, what do you want out of life?" He hadn't been asked that in years.
He thought for a long moment. To not be stuck, he replied quietly.
To be more than just a runner. Miss Patel nodded. Then you need to own your future. Education is the first step.
So Jamie worked.
He didn't just attend classes, he lived them. He read books that made him cry, wrote essays that made his teachers clap. He caught up on maths during weekends, practiced writing speeches in front of a mirror, and even joined the debate team, something he once mocked. By the time he turned 18, Jamie passed all his GCSEs and even got a scholarship to a local college. Not because he was the smartest, but because he was the most determined. One evening, as he walked past the garage where his dad still worked, Steve called out, wiping oil from his hands.
Jamie, heard the news.
You've made your old man proud, lad. Jamie smiled.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm going to be a teacher one day.
His dad blinked.
A teacher?
Yeah,
Jamie said, pulling out the same notebook Mr. Lawson once marked. To help lads like me realize skipping class might be easy, but education, that's the real freedom. Education doesn't promise luxury, but it offers something far greater, the power to choose your own path. Jamie's story reminds us all, when life gives you shortcuts, don't take them. Take the long road. That's where the real learning happens. If Jamie's journey moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories that matter.